Hello again. This is Keith Roberts, and this is week 6 attending exercise, which we've been asked to create an incarnational translation of our text. So I want to read with you what I came up with. Then Jesus traveled to Cape Town and was invited to preach at the sanctuary of Yahweh's only begotten. The congregation was blown away by the knowledge of the word and his anointing. And while he was preaching, a man obviously possessed began to scream at the top of his lungs, "Get out of here! I know who you are. Have you come to destroy me? I mean, you are one of the big three." Jesus said, "Shut up! Come out of him now!" The man fell as in a convulsion, but suddenly he was still and calm. And the people said, "What? Even the devil is at his beck and call. Who is this guy?" And Jesus began to become a household name. After the miraculous deliverance, Jesus left the sanctuary of Yahweh's only begotten and visited with famous fisherman Simon Peter. His mother-in-law was suffering from a high yellow fever, and Jesus was asked to visit her. Jesus said to the fever, "Enough!" And immediately she got up and fixed brownies and coffee for Jesus and the others that were present. And as the sun was going down, Jesus left Peter's house, and lo and behold, the word was out that Jesus could do the impossible. People came from everywhere with every kind of sickness, from a cold to dying of AIDS. And more demons showed up. And instead of disrupting Jesus, shut them up, and they were now being shut up, knew he was the Son of God. But Jesus also knew that the timing had not been right before others to accept him as the Messiah. So he had them to be quiet. As the sun was coming up, after healing all night long, Jesus found a place to be alone. But no sooner than he arrived, the town found him and started begging him to stay. They would vote him in as pastor at Yahweh's only begotten sanctuary if he would just stay in town. Don't be selfish. I have to go to other towns and do for them the same blessings that I have done for you. This is my job description as the Messiah. After leaving, he ended up preaching in the synagogues of Judea the same message and with the same authority. I did enjoy putting this in modern day terms. I'm not sure it's exactly what we were looking for as far as the examples that we were giving, but mine being a narrative, it was very difficult, especially dealing with demon possession, to make that something else. I just could not imagine what would be that horrifying. But we definitely have dealt with things like this, and as far as church is concerned, over the years we've seen the enemy show out and to disrupt. But we were asked the question in our attending exercise, how this retelling would work in the ears of your particular congregation. I don't have a particular congregation right now. I am preaching in a few weeks at the church that I serve at, Hendersonville Church of the Nazarene. But they are people that I would say, on the average, they're not very orthodox in their methods. They're not real traditional. We're a contemporary church. We are a seeker's church. So as far as the way that I've read this today, if I were to say I'm going to read this in I've rewritten this so it make more sense to us, I could read that and it would not offend anyone. In fact, it might even be something that would be accepted and as a way of receiving and learning, maybe in a way that they wouldn't just hearing the word preached from the New Revised Standard or some other version of the Bible. But I have enjoyed doing this. Thank you for listening, and God bless.